A good day, everyone. Thank you so much for joining on time. And we will begin, we'll try to begin at roughly around about 1:05. I'm still struggling to connect on other platforms. For some odd reason, it seems to be a battle to me. As soon as I learn how to use technology effectively, I'll probably bring that as a master class here as well. But we will start very shortly in the next couple of minutes. Thank you for being here on time. Ladies and gentlemen, again, I apologize. I'm trying to connect to a couple of platforms and I'm struggling to do so, and it will disturb my connectivity for a while. But thank you for being all here on time. And those who would like to join on YouTube and Facebook, they'll be able to do so. I don't think I'll be able to connect on Twitter because I need to connect with a different device. But I'm gonna try within the next 2 to 3 minutes. But let's give it another 5 minutes before we start. I understand people who are on other platforms are being frustrated. If those who can hear me understand that you are being frustrated, that you can't see what everybody else is seeing, but I'm trying my level best to make sure that I know you can hear me. It's just that you can't see. So, but I'm gonna make sure that everybody can see. Gentlemen, we will start exactly at 10 past. Thank you so much for joining on time. I am just struggling to be, I do need to be on two platforms because not everyone would be able to join here due to connectivity. So I apologize for the delay. Give me another 2 to 3 minutes and then we will begin. I will introduce our facilitator for this masterclass and we'll take it from there. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for being here today and joining us. I've managed to, so we are live. Thank you for the guys who are on Facebook and Twitter for being so patient while I was trying to connect. YouTube, I know you will not be able to ask questions. Hopefully, you can type me questions on WhatsApp and I will direct them to our facilitator. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, I would like to introduce my very dear friend and astute entrepreneur, somebody who has foresight in AI and technology in holistically, Mr. Talifani Banks. I'm sure some of you, this is for the first time you're seeing him on this platform, and I know a lot of you have been asking for when is he gonna come back, when is gonna come back. Here he is. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, Mr. Banks.
Thank you so much, my brother. It's always great to be on your platform. I always feel honored, and it's my responsibility to educate. I always put myself in a position where what I know I need to transfer it. Knowledge transfer is key for me. That's how we get the continent expanded. That's how we get the message across, and we start growing the continent. People say, how do you grow the continent?
Mr. Talfani, can I stop you quickly? You do need to, I need to tell you that there are people from other time zones. So it's not, it's not afternoon to everyone. To some it's evening.
Oh, it's not afternoon. There's India also. Which other time zone?
Yes.
Shout out to everyone in India. I want to be in Pakistan, Bangalore, and north of India. I want to be in those places. What I'm excited about is starting to have this conversation means that we are ready for the new era of technology. As I said before, like the revolutions have been growing over the years. In the 1900s, it was a first industrial revolution of dams, of putting dams together so that you can centralize water. And now you can do your farming properly. Because back before then, there was no centralization. People were doing farming their own way. Now, when they start creating dams, there were people who were also complaining that, why would you make dams like that? Why things should work like that? We are already fine with our own ways, rivers. And on that industrialization, there was also fights and new jobs were created. The second industrialization is happening in the 1950s, where there is now electricity, manufacturing, all of this. The guys who were comfortable with making food with fire were fighting the electricity. We don't need these cables here. They will shock us, our kids. We're not safe with this thing. Can we even cook proper food with? There were people who were not even comfortable with eating electricity food. They say, no, I won't eat food like that. I'm sure there are people who died saying, I don't eat food that are cooked by electricity. I want mine cooked by fire. That's the industrialization of the second industrialization. There were jobs that were lost because there used to be people who used to have jobs of making wood, of picking up woods and bringing it to different homes or bringing it to different facilities and stuff. There were also fights in those days. The third industrialization, it's the internet industrialization, third world industrialization that is happening in the 1990s, the 1988, 90s, 94. That's the internet. And in the internet years, there were people who were just not comfortable. They were not even interested to internet. It was most schools that we went to here in Africa, they were still using outdated technologies, the one that you type like this. They were not interested to even use a desktop. So think about what those teachers were thinking. This internet thing is not going to be, we're not going to need it, it's useless, whatever. In those days, that's where now you see Microsoft, where there were people who were going to universities to just study, to college to study Microsoft, Word, PowerPoint, Outlook. Having that certificate was a job in those days. And there were people who knew how to type with that machine back before computer, who were fighting that technology. They say, no, we're not interested to this. We're not ready. This thing is going to take our jobs. And you look at computers now, everybody's using computer, advanced enough to even use smartphones. In those years, there were cell phones, there were brick ones. Now, in the fourth industrial revolution, we are using smartphones. We are using computers. We are on internet. The web, the World Wide Web is no longer one page. It's like multiple pages. You can open multiple pages. That's the fourth. Now, fourth industrial revolution is not outside. Like you see, with the first one of dams, the second one of electricity and manufacturing, it's outside. The third one of internet is the beginning of internet. But this fourth industrial revolution is now about scaling internet. You are now scaling internet. Because from internet, you are not going to another industrial revolution. You are now going to 4IR. You are going to a virtual reality, other things that are within the internet. And that's why I'm saying that we shouldn't be scared of revolutions that come. They are coming because this is the modern day work, the modern day's ways of living. We shouldn't reject it and say, internet is not my thing. I'm not born, I'm not a tech guy. It's just a revolution. The quicker you advance yourself to that revolution, you will know how to live in that revolution. I wanted to say this so that we have a standardized understanding that this is an era that no one of us was prepared for. But we are all into this era where we all have to be ready for it. That's why today we're talking 4IR. And our conversation today is to understand how to scale your business using AI technology. Now we are in the 4IR. How do I scale my business? I understand internet. I know how to write content and stuff on Word. I know how to use computer. But how do I scale my business to compete in this world that you're talking about? That's the conversation for today. I want to take you to a process so that you can understand today's content and just understand where I'm coming from. Now that you use your computer, you've got internet and you can now type stuff, you've got emails, etc. The modern days of work needs extra than that. You need to do 10 times that. There's no need to take 5 days to build a strategy, to build a business strategy. You don't have to take 1 month to build an idea. There's no need to do that anymore. This is a scalable industry. Revolution of the fourth is about how fast can you do it and punctual. It's not about, yes, I can. I also can type. I also know everybody can type, and we're not interested in typing anymore. And if you know how to type, you might not get a job. This is not a typing era. If you still think in typing, that time has passed. Now it's not about can you think, can you construct? It's about can you collect information. The modern day intelligent person is the one who knows where to find information. So I would say that the modern day intelligent smart person is the one who knows, who's resourceful, who knows where to get the information. He does not have to be sourcing, writing, typing. No, he can type, that's fine, but he does not have to do that. Why? What am I saying? If you are going to type and put the plans together and whatever, you're going to take 2 weeks. Let me tell you, to put a strategy together, it takes me less than 1 hour. You can't compete with me if you're going to take 2 weeks to do the same thing I'm doing. We're not on the same vehicle. You are using bicycle. I'm using a Ferrari. We're not in the same level. What I'm saying to you is jump into a Ferrari, start using technologies that exist. It's no longer about you typing or about you thinking, this is how, but it's about you using resource so you can use that what you have and start going beyond. I'm talking about ChatGPT right now. How do you write a proper business strategy that takes you to the next level? You go into a ChatGPT, you give it a character, and you say, you are a brand strategist for Eskom. Eskom has been reshuffling and going through challenges and this in South Africa. People don't have electricity like this and that. Please give me a strategy that is constructed based on this that will help me drive the business in the next 4 years. The ChatGPT model or the AI of ChatGPT will give you strategies that you can use to drive for the next 4 years. I promise you, those strategies, even if you're a smart person, they are close to the truth. They are close to the truth. So you can use that information to now dissect it and say, based on what I've received for the next 4 years or for the next year, this is how I summarize my direction forward. You can even do this twice or 3 times. You get the best strategy that you get, then you summarize it. All you need to do, 3 hours, you can give a best strategy that is summarized and its best formula. Then you can apply your mind to say, is this enough? You chat to people around. What do you think about this? They give their views and their point of views. That's how you finalize a strategy within an hour or 2. You don't have to take 2 weeks. There's no need for you to hire a brand strategy right now. There's no need. You already have a consultant. We call them ChatGPT. But what you need is thinkers. When you need people who are doing other things, you need action people. And what I'm saying is not replacing people. It's supporting your structure. So when you hire people, you're hiring people who are doing elements that don't need technology, that needs human intervention. If you are going to hire a person you can get it from an AI, you are not optimizing the resource you have. And that's why you can't compete in top level. Because if you're going to get a person to use Canva to design, and the design that is already, it's not outside, unless if you're designing something that is outside. That's why even the designers we have, they are no beyond Canva. They know beyond just the Canva system than AI design. You need a designer to do more than that. So now when I'm talking about design, I'm saying, if you are going to get a designer, get somebody who knows beyond Canva, somebody who knows how to construct an idea, so that when they take an idea, they can combine Canva, combine what they know, and take it to the next level. Why I'm saying that is, if you are going to do generic stuff that everyone is doing, you're just going to be the same, no different from anybody. And what makes you special and makes your business special is when you are different. So now I'm talking about we spoke about technologies last time that you can implement in your business that allows you to scale. We were talking about systems, CRMs, and how to leverage social media to help you get your business going. Now you've got your system going, you've got your system working, provided you have done or you are looking into getting the system done. We need to talk about how to harness the information that you are getting. Now that's the data technology route. When they talk about data, data is information. Information can be numerical, like numbers, or can be categorical, can be words. And words and numbers can be analyzed, depending on which technology, again, you are using. If you don't have skills in that and you can't hire a data scientist, there are systems that you can employ that can help you automate the report. Look at systems called Power BI. You can look at a Power BI. It's a dashboard platform that allows you to summarize information. You can look at Google Analytics. This is for social media and website traffic to see how much traffic has been coming, who has been coming, and you get basic insights. That's Google Analytics. You can get it. That's on Google AdWords. If you create Google AdWords, it's going to create a campaign for you. And then you have Google Analytics that is going to track your campaigns. And also you can connect to your social media to see how those campaigns are performing. That's using AI. But if you have system data that is inside, you can use Power BI, you can use Snowflakes, you can use the one we use here also, Flatter, not that one. I think you can use Power BI is the simplest, that I think is not bad, and Snowflakes. And other ones, you can also build a dynamic report system. We build dynamic reports because different reports requires different things. And some of the automated reports don't have models that we want. For example, if we want to build machine learning models like multivariate or regression models, some of the systems, they don't build that. So we build our own using Python and using systems that allows us to, like a website, but it's inside. If you want to get to that level, we can build that for you. But there's already systems that summarizes information that you're looking for. For your business, most of them, they are not too big that you need an advanced beyond system. Power BI can summarize that for you. For those who now wants to automate their process of their data, you've heard about cloud computing, data engineering. When they talk about cloud computing, shout out to Huawei. Huawei Cloud is our new partner. Huawei Cloud, AWS, Azure, or Microsoft Azure. These guys, they are providing a cloud service to store your information. You can register on Azure, on AWS to store your information, but you will need a solution architect. You will need a data engineer who can mine your information. You will need somebody who connect your pipelines. They call it ETLs, extract, transform, load. And those guys will help you load your systems so that your information can be pushed to your dashboard nicely, and you can now have a proper presentation. That's cloud service. You connect to AWS, and if you want Huawei services, you can talk to us. We are a partner, and we can resell that services to you, and we get you connected. The team here will be willing to assist you to get connected if you want to use a cloud service. We've got very, very cheapest rates right now. That's cloud computing and migrating data. Personalization at scale. Exploring AI techniques to provide personalized experiences to your customers and increasing loyalty and engagement. This talks about how to personalize your message to your customers. There's different ways you can do that. If you've got a system that is working already, you can connect you can connect other systems that allows you to push conversation or push communication. You've seen insurance companies and banks sending you SMSs in real time. They are probably sending to 100,000 people in real time. That system is called Vonage, V-O-N-A-G-E, Vonage. Vonage, it's a European system that we use here, and we also use Twilio. Twilio is Twilio, Twilio. And also we use Everlytics. Everlytics is E-V-E-R-T-I-C-S, Everlytics. All these platforms that I've shared with you, you can do push notification, push SMS to 100,000 people in real time. You just need their SMS and their email address. How you get the email address and information, that's on you. I don't get involved, Poppy Act. But those platforms allows you to converse to your people and your customers directly. Assuming that you've got a system already that's working and customers have been buying to you through the system, you can use a Vonage to send a message to all your customers directly. How we built Spaza Eats, for those who know, Spaza Eats, a food delivery platform. We have embedded communication inside for push notification. I can push a notification if you are in here and you already registered on Spaza Eats, and I can search for you and I can send you a push notification message and let you know what I'm doing or what's my special. I can do an automated AI model that pushes to a customer that buys certain meals. We can use AI to do auto-generated replies and also for your calling. When you're calling Spaza Eats, you get auto response, but it's because we wanted to redirect you. Vonal, yes, they are owing you what? What are they owing you? Please mute her. So systems like that allows you to directly communicate with your customers so that you can have a personalized experience. You can even personalize their email address. You can even personalize an email address. When you push it to multiple people, it goes to all of that's AI models running this. Now, when it goes to customer experience, we don't have to be answering all calls. Look, think about Spaza Eats. We've just launched now. Calls are coming per minute. The reason why you see me looking down, so I'm looking at my phone like, how do I cancel this thing? How can I put it offline? Actually, let me do that and put it on flight mode. But calls are coming in real time, not to me, but to everyone else, also to myself. But mine is including everyone else. People don't care anymore because I'm not replying to their emails, they just call. How do you make sure that when a customer is calling to your business, you have AI-generated call that answers the call and understand what the customer is looking for and redirects them? You don't need a person doing this. This is too many calls. That's the F&B route. You call F&B now, you're not going to get a person. You're going to get an AI saying, how can I help you? And then you say, I'm looking for what consultant. Then he says, no, sorry, how can I help you? No, I'm looking for digital. He says, no, sorry, you can go online and register your app and log in. No, I'm looking to talk to an agent. Then it directs you to an agent. It's because they're trying to filter out customers and redirect. You can do the same. The technology already exists. Also, we, as a partner of Huawei, we can provide that technology for you. You don't have to be like getting all the calls coming to you as a sole owner, as a sole proprietor. And you don't have to be getting all calls all the time. You can automate that process. People can make requests on your system. That's personalized conversation. I want to get into another one of automating efficiency. Automating business systems, like I said last time. Business is building a functional system. For example, Spaza Eats. Spaza Eats it started off as an idea that you want to connect customers, restaurants, and delivery guys. Also beyond customers, you want to connect groceries, parcels, and another new partnership that I have now that is powerful that you're going to see in the next 2 months. Powerful partnership that I've just done with a big company in South Africa. We can do extra stuff, but the whole thing is the system. And the system works in different ways. On this case of Spaza Eats, a customer makes an order. When he makes an order, a restaurant accepts an order, and then he allocates the time that is going to take him to cook the food. Then he says 15 minutes. A customer will see that the food is on processing. A driver will see that he's got 15 minutes. He will go and collect the food. 15 minutes is done. He's collecting the food. As soon as he's collecting the food, the customer can see that the driver is on his way and he's coming to him. Was there any call happening in those conversations? No, but it was a system working. It's the same way for your business, whether it's a small business or what. You can have a one funnel of receiving order or receiving a new customer. Why don't you give them an email and say, all requests for whatever you need, go through this email. From the email, then you generate the data, you take them through. It's about building a system. But if you don't have a system, you're always going to cry about, I've got too many customers, they're calling me, I can't deliver. It's because you are spending time on answering calls instead of spending time optimizing your solution. We need to optimize the delivery. And even us right now, as I talk to you, we are currently optimizing deliveries of scooters. If you make an order, definitely we need to optimize those. We need to optimize our response and customer service. We need to optimize our merchants' education so they know how to use the system. It's a continuous education. But if you don't have a system funnel, you're going to break down on basics, things that you were not supposed to break down on. But it's because you are focusing on answering calls. It makes you feel like you're busy, but not on delivery and building a solution that a customer needs. So optimizing system is it's a very powerful model that you can use to deliver anything that you're doing. You have to optimize and be outside your system. Build a system that works without you. That's how you scale businesses. So if everything have to pass by you every time, there's no efficiency. If you decide today you are in meetings, like yesterday, I was in an event the whole day. I didn't need to be here in the office, and I can tell you nobody called me except the emails that I was getting for my meetings. Nobody called me to need me here in the office for anything. We are building a system that works, and the business only has been existing. Spaza has only been existing for a week now. We launched last week, but nobody called me to say, we need this from you, because everything is there. Let's build sustainable systems. That's how you build a sustainable business, and you get it to be multiplied. You get it to be generational. You get it to pass it on to your kids. You can't build things that they only exist when you exist, when you are happy, when you are in the office. Let's build a system. That's building efficiency. Now moving on to another conversation of predictive insights. Here at the office, at one of our entity, Analytics Advertising, it's a data technology company. We analyze data, we build systems and things like that. When we talk about predictive insights, we're talking about anticipating a customer's purchase. So let's say you are in a business of selling meat, like Vusani and Meat app. Your business is about selling meat. You can use predictive data based on the historic experience to understand how has the purchases been on a Monday, on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday. And the Wednesday, there's seasonalities as well when you're talking predictive modeling. The seasonalities, like it can be a Monday, but it's a Monday of month end or a Monday of the 15th. It's not the same as the Monday of a normal outside those month end days. So if you understand that this is a Wednesday of a month end, it means your ways of projecting that Wednesday is different based on historic data, based on your last 3 months. This is a Wednesday of the 15th, which means some people have earned, which means increase in groceries, increase in sales. How you communicate with that customer is different, but also you can anticipate when that customer will buy from you. Let's say now we are on the 16th today, or 17th, I don't even know what's the day today, 17th today. Tomorrow, yesterday passed because I was not in the office. You want to anticipate month end, and you want to know how you will perform on the 28th, 29th, 30th. You can take 3 months data of last 3 months to see how you were doing in those last 3 days, how you were doing. Also, you can take last year's data to understand in those same time how you were doing in this year, in this month. So I don't know what's the best way to explain, but accountants know how to simplify this. So this part now accountants also do. So you're trying to summarize, to understand how the sales has been in the previous months. And you also want to understand based on last year or the past 2 years, how this month have been performing so that you can anticipate the sales of this month and on the 28, 29, 30. So you know how many cows you have to kill to be able to meet the demand. That's predictive modeling. You want to predict your customer and how many will come. There's something called basket analysis. Basket analysis is when you want to understand the basket of a customer. Basket analysis is understanding the different types of your customers. When they walk in your store or when they walk in your shop, what do they often look for? What do they often buy? When you understand the basket of a customer, you will know why you should not produce a lot of a product that does not move. Also, if you are predicting for the 29, 28, 29 of this month, and you know that you find out that only red meat moves on those days, there's no need for you to kill chickens, a lot of chickens. If only 10 chickens are going to be sold on that day, you can kill 12 chickens. There's no need to put resource on killing chicken, but you can focus on getting red meat because that's what moves, and not every red meat. If the one that moves is it's cow's one, you focus on cows. That means you have saved and invested on the one that moves. On that day, you can also make specials. You can do specials. In Pick and Pay, they call it weekend winner or monthly specials. They put them on leaflets. If you know that this product moves after you've read the basket of a customer, whether they're coming to you buying red meat or this and that, you put it on special on those days, because that's what will attract even more customers to come. You are in a business of volume at that time. You are selling volume and you're making margins. I don't know if you're with me, because you can't now increase the price because that's now, you know, that is demanded there. No, that's the time where you reduce the price and you increase sales. The two principles in economics, supply and demand. When something is oversupplied, it's less valuable. The price should be low. When something is highly demanded, that's when you increase the price. In this case, I'm saying until you have built the demand, you have to reduce the price. Until you have built the demand, that's when you now are able to increase price. I don't know if you're with me. Yeah. That's predictive modeling, customer insights, understanding your customer. Understanding your customer also allows you to know who are the type of customers that are buying from you. Are these accountants? Are these farmers? Are these general workers? If you understand this, you'll know that there's different types of customers. There's a customer who's just a lower LSM customer. Let's say this before I explain, George. So guys, sometimes I struggle to explain these things because I say them a lot that I feel like you already know. Somebody who earns, let's say, from 0 to 5,000, I would say that is a lower LSM. That's somebody who falls under 0 to 4 LSM. And somebody who earns from 4,000, 4.5, or 4.1 to 8,000, I would call that somebody who's in the middle class, middle LSM. And then somebody who's on from 10,000 going up, I think it's higher LSM, because a lot of people on average don't earn that lot. So what type of customers are buying from you? Because now when you understand that your target customer is people who are earning less than 4,000 or less than 5,000, the conversation of talking to somebody who earns less than 5,000 is not the same as somebody who's a premium customer. So you have to, this will help you now to understand how to communicate with your customers. If you understand that your customers are usually higher LSM guys who are earning more than 10,000, 12,000, these are guys who can afford. That means now you are not selling for them you are selling aesthetics. You are selling because they already know what you're selling. They can read it. They are not trying to, they already know what you're doing. So the ways of communicating with that customer is different. And that's what we must master as business owners and entity owners, that let's understand our customers and let's know how to talk to them, because then that will allow us to know who buys from us. The next one is strategic implementation. Now you've got this resource, these ideas, and you've got ways that works, and you've got all the best solution to make it work, and you've got paperwork done. What is a best strategic implementation? It's not always the case that you have to run around. For those who follow me, you might have seen me delivering food in the past week. It's not my job to deliver food. I don't have to deliver food. But I had to do it for those 2 days to understand the economics of how the delivery business works. But from that time, after I understand it, there's no need for me to run around delivering food, because I'm no longer that's not my space. I have to allocate people who are focusing on that. My space is strategic implementation. Now that I understand the full value ecosystem of Spaza Eats, it's my job now to come with an optimization model to build efficient way of delivering. And to become strategic and have a better ways of implementing solution, you have to be in a brain work. You have to be thinking. You can't be on the field running around, making deliveries, talking to your customers, being a customer service, being a human resource, being a financial manager, being all these things. You have to find your niche and your position. I found my niche as a strategic implementer. And even when you see me on the field, it's only those days. I'm not going to be there for long. I'm only there to understand the value chain. So when I make a decision and when I make a strategic decision, I understand what is going on. All I do in a day, I sleep 8 hours. I don't run around and say, I only want to sleep 4 hours. I'm hustling. I'm doing, no. I sleep 8 hours. I only have to make 5 powerful decisions in a day. And to make 5 powerful decisions, you have to have slept. You don't have to be doing this and that and that and that and that, which is quantity. You have to be doing quality decision. And to do quality decision means that you have to be on a strategic level where you now make strategic moves on your business. Most of us don't get a chance to do strategic moves because we are on the field. We are a salesman, we are whatever, we are HR, we are finance, we are a worker, we are this, everything in one. That's how you can't scale that bit. There's no system. You can't multiply yourself now. But how do you multiply yourself is by putting other people in those activities that take your time. Every time you have some that takes your time. Let me say this, if admin is your biggest thing that takes your time, get an admin person. Do you know what's the first thing that people tell me? No, how am I going to pay an admin person? Because I don't have money now. Do you know why you're not making money now? Because you've been doing admin. Once you put an admin person, it means you've got time. You've got extra 5 hours that was taking your time to do something else. You can use that 5 hours to now invest it on getting new customers. I've taken a lot of chances in my life. I've taken risks, and that's how we manage to scale. I don't make decisions based on what I have now. I make decisions based on what is yet to be. I make decisions. Let's say, for example, back in the days, I needed to increase my business from 100,000 to 120,000. And what is taking my time is admin. I would hire an admin person that I pay 10,000, and then I would spend time getting more business. I promise you, I would even scale my business to 150 because I'm no longer doing that admin work. There's somebody doing it for me. I've got time to invest it on something else. People don't get a chance to get to that level because they are always focusing on what is taking their time. If you've got something taking your time, you need to scale. You need to get somebody else to help you on it. And it does not mean that you have to wait until you make money to get that person. But you have to take chances though. You have to know whether if this thing takes 5 hours of my day, if I remove it out of me, does it mean that I can grow my business? Does it mean I can make more money? If the answer is yes, then invest in it. We fail to grow because we don't want to invest in the future. We are scared. We don't have faith. Faith without deeds is dead. You have to have faith in what you're doing. Believe in your model enough that you can hire people to help you and build a system. Most of us, the reason why we don't win and scale is not that our business is not the right one. It's because we don't have a system. Another reason why we don't win is that we don't know how to communicate. We think like people must support you because you are Black or because you are female or because you are African. No, people must support you because you have a good product and you are available. And sometimes people want to be supported because their product is good. You hear a person saying, no, mine is not, it can't be compared. I'm not in the same level as them. I'm on a different level. My product is not the same. Is it known? How many people know this product? How many people are buying it in a day? If the answer is not more than 5, you are not known, and you will be out of business, not because your product is not good, but because people don't know your business. We have to build brands. Products are built in the factory, like what you guys are doing. But the difference between you and Pick and Pay, difference between you and ShopRite, is the strategic thinking that brands are built in people's minds. Brands are built in people's mind. So you have to talk something over and over until it becomes normal to somebody's mind. You don't build brands by asking support. You build brands by building a story around it. What do you stand for? And as you speak your story, how many people do relate to what you're saying? Because most of the time, I don't even understand why you're doing what you're doing. Why should I buy from you if I don't know the reason? You heard me saying Spaza. Do you know how many downloads we've got already? Do you know how many restaurants we have already? I don't have to sell anymore. I sell the story. We are connecting the continent. We are activating the communities. We are creating jobs within communities. Already more than 45 jobs now, 50 deliveries. scooters have been allocated, 50. I told people that we're doing 1,000 jobs by end of 2024. But all I'm saying is they don't, and some people are thinking it's a joke, but for me, that's minimum. It's the lowest I will do in that. Probably 1,000, we're probably doing it in December. And once now I've done it, and I'm telling people now we are on 1.5, I promise you that's how you build a brand. That's how people start trusting what you're doing. Yesterday, I was speaking at this big event at the summit, Ignite Summit. There were big companies there, Exaros, JSE, big platform. The minister was there, the Minister of Small Business Development. But I was the only entrepreneur that was ushered in. I had these African guys, Zulu guys, praising me as I walk on stage. What changed is that my presentation is Africa, it's Mensa, it's King. And how they present me is based on what I told them is. How do you present yourself then? You have to have a presentation. I'm invited in Egypt, in Cairo, and they gave me this VIP, they're giving me this VIP treatment, and I'm going to be in this VIP section. I'll be speaking about Spaza Eats and Jammy Trade. Why is that? Why is it happening like that for me? It's because that's my presentation. I've been speaking continent. You see me wearing a hat and you say, this guy is stupid. Why is he wearing a hat like that? It's a presentation. I become a continental face. I start partnering with largest corporations in the country because I am the continental person. You guys are presenting yourself as a community business. You can only make community money, community sales. You compete on small things. We need to scale our businesses. And how you scale, you need to think beyond your small environments. You need to get out of the small, the dogma of small thinking and thinking that your village is bigger than you, is big enough. South Africa is a village. It's a village. It's small, too small, too small. And for you to make money, you need to make big money. You need to extend your region, expand your horizon. Go to Ethiopia, go to Tanzania, go to Rwanda, and do the same thing. That's how you scale business. People always ask me, how is your business doing? And they are thinking, they're asking for South Africa when they're asking me. Because I'm in Botswana, they're not thinking, how is Botswana business is doing? How is Zimbabwe? How is Rwanda? But I'm existing in those areas. So how do we build businesses that are beyond our region, beyond our thoughts? That's how you scale businesses. And that's the part of strategic implementation. That's how you scale. That's why you see Nike here. That's why you see Adidas. That's why you see Uber. That's why you see these guys. They exist in 250 countries. They exist in more than what you know. You guys are only in fact, not even in a country. You are in a small region and you want to be a billionaire in a small region. Build a system that works beyond yourself. That's how you get to be in another country. That's how you be in another continent without you being there. That's how you become respected for what you do. Not everything works with you. That's how you become small and only operate within your small environment. Strategic thinking covers that. Expert guidance. I am fortunate that I'm actually happy that most of you guys are here to absorb knowledge, because this is one of the expert ideas that I'm giving you on how you can scale your businesses from 10,000 to 100,000, from 100,000 to 1 million, from 1 million to 10 million a month. Not annually, not 5 years, a month. You make 10 million, 20 million a month in one business, in one country. Now you multiply 5 countries. People always think small, they think small environments. And they want to be big and they want to understand why is he there, because what I'm doing is better than him. You find a guy is running a data technology company, but it's only in Gauteng or it's in South Africa. But he wants to be bigger than Mr. Banks, who's existing in Rwanda, who's talking to, we're not in the same level. We need to understand that this is a strategic move. Now, when I'm releasing Spaza Eats, in 3 months, you're going to see different partners existing on Spaza Eats. You guys are thinking I'm selling food. No, I'm selling another business already that is probably making more money than food. Then person will be quantifying my returns based on food. I'm already on I'm on a scaling business. And when you are starting to digest that this guy is on a scaling business, I'm on 5 countries on the same technology. Multi-billion rand mindset. That's what I'm on. And I am here, but I might not be here again. And this is the last time probably I'm sharing with you what I'm saying. This is how you scale a multi-billion rand business. I know it, I've done it. And if any of you think what I'm saying is not correct, you can ask me live here and I will tell you and dissect it for you. You need to expand your region. Africa is one house with 54 rooms, and you need to start going to other rooms. The idea of being in one room forever, it's so rigid to me. Like, you can't be in one place and expect to expand, expect to make millions in one same customer. You can't. You only need 7%, 10% of customers in one country. Go to other countries. If you are in 10 countries and you're getting 10% of customers, you already have 100%. Why don't you do this? I don't understand it. We need to build strategic moves. And when you talk about expert advice, these are strategic moves that we get to give you. My consultations are not free, guys. I'm not available to do I'm a well-known person. Every day a person is asking me for consultation. Imagine if I'm doing 10 consultations in a day. I will not work. And then you find a person getting mad that, he doesn't even reply to me. He doesn't even talk to me. He's so proud of himself. I've got 100 people who are asking me for consultation in a day. I have to optimize my business and I have to optimize my time. What do? I want to see who's serious. Then I say, I charge 3,000 per consultation, or I charge 1.5 for consultation. I want to see who's serious. In most chances, I can even do 3, 4, 5 sessions without charging you, because now I've filtered the people who are not serious. I filtered out the people who are not serious. That's all I'm trying to do. I don't have time to be like sitting and motivating people the whole day. What I'm saying to you works. And if you are going to not use it, and then you say, I need him to talk to me directly to say the same thing, I probably don't have that time. And if I do, I'm going to be charging for it. But what I'm saying to you guys is that everything I shared with you, it's how Adidas became Adidas. It's how Nike became Nike. You can also do the same with your products and your brands, and you become scalable and you become multimillionaires. Thank you so much. Any question I can take? Yeah.
Wow. Wow, today you went deep. You went hard, Mr. Peck. I do have a couple of questions. Vusani, you can start. I'm going to start reading online, and Lona, you'll be second in line. Vusani, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Okay, I was actually clapping hands for him. That presentation was amazing.
It was.
Thank you so much. Thank you, brother.
Yeah,
he knows
his forever motivation. So, okay, since I've been put on the spot to ask a question.
Yes.
So, Daddy, what's your next move in terms of expanding into Africa?
The company that I just partnered with yesterday, they are already existing in Tanzania. Also, MTN is my partner. I'm saying MTN because already that one is public. The company that I partnered with yesterday, they already exist in Tanzania, Rwanda. Yesterday, I also had a meeting with the guys from Uganda and Nigeria. My next strategic moves are already analytics advertising, as for those who know, it's already existing in Zimbabwe, Botswana, Rwanda, and Ethiopia. So on those countries, I can already scale to those countries. Easy. I don't even need paperwork. I already have registered papers, everything. So the countries that I'm sharing now is the countries that I do not have existence there, like Tanzania, Uganda. So the next move is to see 6 months how I scale Spaza Eats. And then I'm going to 2 countries at the same time. And those 2 countries, meaning that now I'll be traveling like this in and out to get them sorted. Because now I will have cash flow. I will be making cash on Spaza Eats daily. We did 80 orders in one day. You can tell me, if you're ordering 200, 150, 400, 80 rand, how much is that, brother? I'm going to be doing these numbers from now in the next month going forward. I'm going to be making 1,000 orders a day, 2,000 orders a day in Gauteng alone. So in the next 6 months, we are going to be national. Now you tell me what kind of numbers we're making on this platform. So now I will have enough cash flow to expand in other countries. And already my mind is already thinking other countries. Yesterday, if you saw my video there were people from other parts of the continent. And that presentation, they wanted me to charge them. I told them I will do it for free. You know why? Because the room that room is, it's a powerful room that is beyond money. And that's what we need to know, that we need to make decisions beyond money. Because when I'm in the room and I'm speaking, whatever I've said there have expanded beyond the 50,000 that I was going to charge for speaking there. So the next move is partnerships, 2 more countries before June next year.
If you need meat in those partnerships, you know to reach out to.
100%. 100%. Brother, I think we can enable that meat, the restaurant part, the braai, and then, because the reason why I stopped the grocery, I don't know if you know, or probably know already that Pick n Pay is our partner and other guys. So I'm trying to see if we scale this thing, can we partner with a ShopRite straight or a Pick n Pay straight so that people buy from those places in Spaza Eats? That's how I go national quickly.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yes.
Got it.
But we'll talk offline.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I just, because I'm gonna die soon on Twitter, so can I go on Twitter quickly? We're gonna come back on Zoom. Can I do that? Thank you.
Yes.
So I'm gonna ask all of these questions all at once. So question number 1, I'm in a beauty industry. How can I use AI to help my business achieve potential growth? And what are some of the successful real-world examples that you can give me? That's question number 1. If you need me to repeat that, I'll be happy to do that. There's another one that says, okay, oh, this is too long. How do business strike a balance between automating processes with AI and maintaining personalized touch for customer engagement? I summarize that as hopefully that question makes sense.
Yes,
did you get that second one?
Yes,
okay.
I got
now,
it.
As the third one, which will be my last one, there are 15 questions. I'm just bulking them up for you. Let's read this one. Okay. Are there any legal or regulatory aspects that business should be mindful of when implementing AI solution on a large scale? I'm going to leave it at that. The second one is about learning, and I can respond to that later on.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm going to be quick to answer this. Beauty industry, I'm assuming that's a salon or other things. I don't know if you're selling products, because if you're selling products, I would say
oh, she's developing product. I actually know her. Funny enough, I actually know her.
Oh, you know, she's
developing lotion. She's lotion and hair products. Yeah, she's making them.
Okay, like a native child, have a website, get orders. I'm sure you are doing that. Another thing is my partnership with Pick n Pay is going to be going live in September. It's about allowing entrepreneurs to have accessibility in retail space. So as soon as we go live, we've built this technology that will allow you guys to be vetted. There's not a lot of things of vetting. It's just about seeing what your potential is and your product. As long as it's non-edible, you are now going to be able to be listed at Pick n Pay hypers here in Gauteng and in Cape Town. And that's how you can get to another one. How you can use AI. I have an idea, but I don't know if this is beyond what you are doing. How you use AI. What you're doing now does not need an app, it just needs a website. And app, you don't think that on what you're doing because it's one product. But if you want to go beyond what you're doing and you want to sell products for others, there's this amazing idea I've been carrying for a long time, that you can build a beauty app where all beauty products are found there. That's how you use AI. If you are in a beauty business and your business already is getting orders from your website, and that's your business, and now you want to understand how to use AI, you have to connect stock that you have on hand with your system online, so that when customers order, they can see how many units are remaining. Because if you don't connect that, it means that customers will order what you do not have. And that's where you now say, no, customer, I've got so many bulk orders, but I can't deliver. It's because you didn't connect your system. So a customer can't see whether you have stock or not. That's how you connect AI. Also, you have to expect orders and expect the orders that comes from you, or expect purchases by building analysis and models that we were talking about, understanding basket and when they move and buy. Because this will using AI and data science models will help you understand when do customers buy the most, so that you can now expect how many products to produce. There's many other things I can share with you. Also communication. You can now re-narrate your brand. Go to ChatGPT, say, how do I position a brand that does this and that and that? How can I say it in an African context? ChatGPT will give you an idea, and then you formalize, you localize it and bring it to normal. You don't have to copy and paste. I'm saying you get an idea from them, and then you construct it from there. Second one, how do you bring personal touch on automation? It's always human first, then technology. The reason why we have to automate some processes, think about 1,000 people in Gauteng calling a bank saying that I want to speak with a consultant. Does that make a business sense that we have to hire 1,000 agents that are waiting for 1,000 calls? Does that make business sense? But some people are calling just to ask, how do I change my PIN? How do I change this? So AI is not to replace human intervention, but it's to replace factors that don't need human intervention. You can automate to say, if you want to reset your password, do this and that, and you tell a chatbot to say, do this and then tell that person. Maybe they might even get the help. But if they don't get help and they want to chat to a consultant, they will say, please direct me to a consultant. Now, instead of 1,000 people who are calling, it's only 50 people who are getting into the consultant. So we can have 50 people then in a day. It's not replacing people, but we need to understand that not every call or not everything needs human intervention. We need to automate those processes. And human intervention is 8 to 5. You guys want to work 8 to 5. 8 to 5. You don't want to work after hours. But business is 24 hours. Who's working after 24 hours? And people don't think this. They think, yeah, no, me, I work 8 to 5. I don't have a problem. These companies don't care. You are not understanding the full landscape of business. Business is being able to feed to meet your customers' demand. We need to be available for customers. For the time that you are offline, you've decided to go home at 5. We need to have a chatbot that is answering calls for us, receiving messages for us so we can move forward. Business does not open at 8 and close at 5. It opens and closes at 5 for you, not for the business. The business continues. And we need to implement technologies that allows us to move. That's how we connect human and people. The other one, on a large scale, I just repeat this one. I didn't write it well.
Yo, Chief,
got it.
I forgot the question as well. I've moved on from that because I have a limited time. My time was up to 2 o'clock. I didn't write it down. Nonetheless, I think we do have a couple of questions on this platform. Makhosazana, you are the first. William, you are second. Eliud Lubisi, you are the third. So, Makhosazana first.
Yes. I wanted to ask regarding the direct communications. Since we are the small businesses, we don't usually have the large number of customers to our businesses. So, what other ways we can utilize to be in contact, to have that direct communication with our customers, besides using technologies like the one that you mentioned, Twilo or Voneg or Evertix or something like that? Yeah. So, yes. How do we? What other ways we can use, since we have a small audience, we have a small customer base for now, to keep on having that direct communication with our customers?
So I would imagine that you are talking in a small scale, like this is a small business model.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't want to say WhatsApp, because when those customers start complaining, you're gonna have depression. It's only good when things are good and they are praising you. But when they're all complaining and they're all complaining about you, will you leave the group? And if they're all complaining at one group, it's detrimental to your business, because now everyone knows that you have the same problem. We don't have to put customers in one place, but you can talk to them individually. They don't have to know each other. They don't have to know each other, but you have to know them. That means you have to have business developers by region who talks to them. That's a system you can build, one of the systems you can build, to have regional managers who manages your customers. Another way, I'm always thinking push notification, push conversation, just to remind them. I don't want them to be my family. I just want them to be reminded that there's this and this happening. Because the thing about customers, once they are used to you, they will ask you even to change things that you already know that this is good business. We have to remain business people at the same time. Remember, it's not customers, they don't want to be your friend. You are the one who wants to be their friend. So you have to have their data and know their information and direct numbers and direct emails. But they don't want to know you. They have other options. So the communication should not be that it's a church model or it's a team group model way. All my customers, when I'm promoting something, I can reach them. That is a Facebook social media route where they follow you on a page, where they follow you on a LinkedIn. That's the page. That's the page route. You can use social media to have them follow you. When you have a new update, you can update there if you want them to know and you want to retain them. But the ones that you have within your systems, you can communicate with them through calls, through push notification, or through SMSs. You also don't want them to be around you. They will finish you when they are complaining.
Makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah.
William, I think you had the second one. William, you have the floor. I see you're unmuted.
Oh, I'm seeing other questions here on the group. Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to Miss Lubisi.
Okay, thank you so much for taking my question. I just want to ask, I have an ebook. It's a baking recipe ebook made for bakers. So I've sold the ebook so far in 12 countries, but most of my sales happened here in South Africa. So I want to know, how can I use AI to sell more copies? Because in other countries like Nigeria, UK, I have sold like 3 or 4 copies, 5 copies, while in total I sold 600 and something copies, but something like around 490 copies are sold, were bought here in South Africa. So I want to know, how can I reach more bakers in all the other countries? Thank you.
Thank you for the question. I love it. I think that one needs more dissecting, but I would ask this one question. The ones that bought here in South Africa, do they know you? Did they bought because you were doing activation, or they bought because it's a nice book that they saw in the store or online, or it's an e-learning ebook, so they bought online because they saw it, or they bought it because they know you? Can you just give me an answer there?
They don't know me like personally, but they bought because they follow me on my Facebook page. So what I do is I sell cakes, but I also sell solutions to other bakers, like developing recipes, which is the ebook. And I also sell baking ingredients, molds and cutters the bakers need. So most of them, they know me through that, or maybe they follow me on TikTok. Sometimes I talk about the ebook on my TikTok and my Facebook, then people get to be interested. But what I do to market it, I will just bake a cake that look nice and just show that how does the cake going to look like, the actual cake, not the decorating. So they get interest from there and say, can you have a receipt? Yes, then I said, no, all my receipts are in my ebook, then they get to buy it.
Okay, nice. So that means the people who are buying from you is because they have been exposed to what you do, or they have seen what you do. Now we need to expand that reach. It's about expanding reach now. What is the fastest way to expand the reach? Do we need to promote on TikTok? Do we need to promote on Instagram? Because that's where already some customers are giving us recommendation. Or do we need to do Google AdWords where the book is existing? Let's say it's on Take-A-Lot. We can promote our link of where the book is. where anybody who's looking for a book, our book always, for bakery book, our book always appears first. That's Google search optimization. You want to appear first on those. You want to do YouTube video showing how you bake a cake. And then after you do that video on YouTube, you promote it. And once you promote it, it has a link. That link, when people click on that video, it will take them to the ebook. Things like that. That's what, if you check on YouTube now, you'll find some tag comes in the bottom with the link. Is because they want you to click. When you click, it goes to our website. Those are things you can add. But what it simply means is that you need to expand your reach. What is the best way to expand reach? Is multiple ways. You can do through collaboration. Let's meet other bakers in Rwanda. Let's collaborate with them. Let's do some baking there. Let's meet some local baker influencers here in South Africa. Let's collaborate and build make something fun. All you are doing now, you are increasing reach and people and exposure, because the people who are buying from you is because they've been exposed to what you're doing. Your goal now, you are the X is exposure. It's how many people can know me in a day. What do I need to do to increase exposure? You are solving for reach. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay.
I had a question, but I think there's something wrong with my mic. I don't know if you guys can hear me now.
Yes, we
If
can
you can
hear
hear
you.
me, I'd like to find out. Sure. I'd like to find out, how does a company without its own data set use analytics? And is there a way that they can approach a company like yours for custom solutions?
Like market research on the industry you want to get into, things like that?
Yeah, that, as well as optimizing processes.
So I would say this, that if you don't have your own data set, but you want to understand how that industry works, that's a research. So you want a company to do a detailed research to understand, how can I launch my business and how can I position myself? We can do that for you. We have APIs and connection. I mean, we've got connecting to the credit scores even, to even know the customer on that level, which ones can afford. You can reach out and we do that. We provide that service for you. The reason why I think research is better is because you don't have any data point that tells you how they bought from you before. So you just want an idea of how people can buy and what do they buy and what works. When we have that and now we have a direction, now you are starting to start this business. That's where now every day we are collecting data and we are optimizing on what is coming. Then we can build from there. So for a research and a model that would work, we can do that for you. Yeah.
Okay, and we just get in touch via your website or email.
Yes, I can say, take this number if you want some analytics, 084.
Sure.
084-978.
Yeah.
3220.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Pavi's number. Yeah, she's running analytics, so she will help you with those needs.
At 084-978-3220.
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much.
Proper. Yeah. Any more questions? I'm ready. It's always fun here. I see I'm only having last more chats. Yeah, last one. I'll be ready also for that one to make sure you guys have the best knowledge. And from here, I don't know if you'll ever be able to access me because I'm growing, I'm scaling, I'm having more problems. But I'm always willing to support. Yeah, it's all about knowledge transfer, and that's my main focus. Any more questions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it okay?
You can ask. Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon. Thank you
Good.
so much. Thank you. This is the first time I'm encountering you, first time I'm hearing about the Spaza Eats, and I'm just so intrigued, and I'm going to be following you from now on.
Thank you. LinkedIn, Instagram, I'm there. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So I am a business coach for mompreneurs. I work with stay-home moms who want to start businesses from home. So how can I scale up? And also I do YouTube videos, how they can do their businesses. I heard you talking about all this, thinking global and the mindset. I was like, wow. So I'm looking at my situation now and I'm thinking, how do I do that? How do I scale up to that kind of level that you were talking about?
I love it. I love it because my nanny, she's got the TV on and she's probably there with my son, and she can switch on to this session on YouTube as she's cleaning, as she's watching over this boy. And it means she's got access to this information. It means if she gets to know about you, she can always switch on during your time because she's always bored. What does she look at? Which is, there's nothing. It means maybe we can have a YouTube channel for her that you said you have, right?
Yeah.
But also means that we can have access to their social. Where do most of them are? They are probably on Facebook, on
Yes.
TikTok.
Yes.
Can we do live on a certain time, on a certain day, where they are like lunchtime around 12 to 1, where we're talking with moms? And your branding also needs to speak that, because when I've built this one brand that I'm always proud of, the Funny Chef. The Funny Chef is, she's a comedian. Don't know if you know her. She's a comedian. She was a chef and she was funny. We call it the Funny Chef. What can we say about you that makes you special? Because you say mompreneurs and what.
Oh, yeah.
What do we say? What do we say that makes mompreneurs know you? That it's a slogan. As soon as I said the Funny Chef, as soon as I said the Funny Chef, the first deal was with Standard Bank and they paid 45,000 for her to speak because the branding changed. How do we change branding for you so that when you go to this Facebook, you use that tagline?
Yeah.
And that tagline, it's your money, it's your avatar. It's what makes everybody knows you as. Do you know Snoop Dogg's name? Do you know Snoop Dogg's name?
No.
You're not interested. But if Snoop Dogg is coming here, we're going.
Yes. Yeah, right.
The
Yeah.
avatar is the avatar of this guy called Calvin or whatever he is. What name can we bring on you about mompreneurs that inspires mompreneurs? When you talk about data science, technology, and I've built an avatar that makes data scientists, smart guys who are way smarter than me. When they think about me, they see me and they say, this is my guy. I've built a brand, I've built a presentation. How do we build a presentation that makes people relatable? When we say Spaza Eats, it could have been Food X, it could have been Makwanda or something, but those things, they don't relate. You won't relate. But when I say Spaza Eats, you know, done.
Yeah.
That's it,
Yeah.
branding. Now, when I talk to you, I want to reach you in your environment. Now, when I'm reaching you on social, on Facebook, I'm reaching you on TikTok, I'm reaching on YouTube, I'm increasing reach, but it's easy for you to remember me. The reason why I wear this, I promise you, how many entrepreneurs you know that move like me? Yeah. And you remember me every time you see me. You're like, that guy, that Nigerian guy with the hat, I know him. Do you know what that makes me? Do you know what that makes me? Yesterday when I walked in the stage, they were walking with me. The guys are singing in Zulu. I was like Shaka Zulu yesterday. What changed? Okay, what changed? What changed?
It's your branding. It's your branding. Yeah.
What can we do for you that makes the mompreneurs look at you as their role model? They look at you and say, I want to be like her. I want to do this. Then now that gives you access to start sending out money, ideas that you have. I think it's all about building a platform. Yeah. Then you can get to a level where now you have an app where all mompreneurs, this is now you're extending it. Now I'm thinking beyond what you think. You have an app. And why I'm saying an app, because you need a conversation platform where all mompreneurs connect. But you also have general people who are not mompreneurs yet, who get jobs yet. Who get jobs here. You are the one who gets them jobs in corporates, in houses, in what we call you when we need a nanny. We call you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
yeah.
Beyond that, now you even create businesses for them in this one app or this one platform where they can start doing things. They can start learning how to bake, how to do what from that home. Now they can start baking from the resources they have in that house, because I've got flowers, I've got access in there. I wouldn't mind if my nanny says she wants to bake. She can start learning with my. How do you advise her to do the same?
Okay.
It's all about a platform, I think. It's all about platform and renaming your brand.
Renaming my brand.
Have you heard about the color, the lazy Makoti? She's a good friend. Have you heard?
Yes, I've heard about the lazy Makoti. Yes.
What's her name?
No, I don't know her name. I know I'm lazy.
Nobody cares. I've built brands. I've built personal brands. Have you heard about, when you hear Makazi, I've built the brand.
Okay.
So what should we know you as that we will remember easy? That's what you need to come up with. Then you start building on that. 3 years from now, that avatar will emerge to a business. That's how you be called. People paying you things. 100%. People won't pay you 80.
I think I'm going to pay that 3,000. I'm going to pay it because I'm that one.
I do this for a living.
I'm coming.
If I don't help you, come back and tell this group, this guy is useless, he was stupid. I guarantee myself my life in this. I have done this multiple times.
I'm coming. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Exactly. LL Munarang, you are next, and you have the platform, sir.
All right. No, thank you very much, Mr. Banks. Or I don't know which name to use because this quite a lot of
name. That's my money name.
Okay, let me use that one.
Banks, yeah, anything is fine.
Okay, let's cash in then. I actually typed my question in the chat box. So thank you very much for this powerful presentation. So I'm part of a clothing or fashion brand, if you like. So a lot of the things that you said, I think they resonate with me. So what we've been doing is we've been sort of selling in our villages, as you call it. We haven't been able to open the rooms and get into Africa and all of that. I'm sure, if I'm allowed to name drop, there's quite a few local guys who are sort of doing this already. What you just said, your Bud of the world, your Drip and your Tepos and stuff like that. So me and my partner, we're sort of in that space, except our value proposition is slightly different. But our challenge at the moment is that what we've been selling, like from the boot, your WhatsApp, you sell to your cousins, as you say, and stuff like that. So now we want to upscale and take things to the next level. We want to do what you had just said, that it's when you're not there, the business should be able to operate. So our challenge is we have like our, our normal job. So we're not able to do that. So we have an idea of what is needed from here onwards. So we want, for an example, someone who's going to be on the ground and push things on a daily basis, people who are responsible for product development, designers, the marketing team, the sales and stuff. But our challenge is mainly building the systems that you were talking about, right? Putting a team together, sourcing the people. So we have stuff on paper, but then now to say, here's the next step. For an example, if we're saying we want somebody to be running things on a day-to-day, you need to pay them. We don't have that much money. But the 3,000 said, I think we can have that one to say, okay, one-on-one session type of thing. But long story short, we want the systems in place. I'm not sure if you've been following Drip. You know what they did just now with Morocco Saulos and stuff. That's like some inspirational stuff that we sort of, not that we want to do exactly the same thing, but we're saying, how can we, because you need the money. That's the thing that comes with upscaling. That's the long and
yes. Do you have the money to pay the people you want to hire?
No, we don't have the money at the moment.
Do you have the money to build the system you want?
No, the money is not there.
100%. So let me solve it for you. Let me solve it. Let's not get there because we don't have money. Let's start it from the beginning. You've got this nice brand. What's the name?
Let's Do the Right Thing.
do the right thing.
Yeah.
What does do the right thing stand for? What do you represent? What makes you different from the other brands that you mentioned? What makes you powerful? Because you are different. You are saying we're doing it slightly different. What makes you special?
Sure, that's very there's things that we aspire to do, right?
No. What's your story? What's your story? Who are you as do the right thing? What's your story? Because when you tell me about Batu, I will tell you what Batu means. I'll tell you what drip means. But what does the right thing mean to an everyday customer? Why should a customer do the right thing?
All right. So our value proposition is that we tell successful African stories. So we want to put, or we want to add to the positive stories from the continent, because as you would know, the stereotypes about our continent and stuff like that. So we want to fuse that with fashion. So as you've said, that Africa is like, it's a big room. So if we tap into, say, for an example, Nigeria, what is it that we can take from Nigeria, fuse it into our clothing and bring it to the people? I'll give you an example. So if you, for an example, if you're going into conferences, as you say, you'd be traveling and stuff like that, getting something that's gonna make you stand out to say, I'm an African and I'm wearing this athletic sort of, I don't know, footwear or attire, you're gonna struggle to get those kind of things. So that's the space we're tapping into, except it requires a whole lot of resources to sort of get it right.
Can I solve it? Can I solve it for you?
Please.
That's the 6 months game plan. The game plan 6 to 12 months is to have a system, is to have people.
Sure.
What is the solve for today and next week? Can you buy an iPhone 14 with the money you're making from this product now?
iPhone 14.
Can you buy it cash? Okay, then those things are part of the plans. You put them on the board. Big thoughts.
Oh,
that's not what we should be focusing on. Those are big thoughts. And that's where we want to get to. Let's solve today and tomorrow and what and in a way that works.
Okay.
That business for me is easy to solve.
Sure.
You want to focus on one thing. Products are created in the factory. Brands are created in people's mind. Be in people's faces. Do moves that makes you to be in people's faces. Create a nice dress or a nice whatever and give it to a well-known person and let them give you a shout out. To create environments, a session where you talk African stories. And on that session, there's only you guys selling African gammas and whatever you call them. But create platforms that allows you to talk African. Do it in a different way that is not Maboneng style. It's not everyone is there. It's your special thing. When you are building this monument, even if you're doing it from Fridays, Saturdays, where you are now available, people will get used to the brand. Get used to the brand. When you start making sales from it and you're also having e-commerce, that's when you get one person to do deliveries. That's the person you call during the day, even when you are at work, and that's the person you text. As this person is making sales that are coming from the momentum that you are building from your online presence, you are now extending and excelling your business and you are showing people how you are growing. People buy momentum. That's what those guys have managed to sell, momentum. That's why you hear second store, third store, fifth store. When you see it, you're like, hey, it means I'm playing. And you are not even close to thinking one store, two stores. So you're going to have depression. But you can start where you can. Host a function and say, we are doing a Friday chill session where we are looking at fashion for African people, the African that represents us. And as you say that, as you are making the video or whatever, you are wearing African proper with a cheese core, brother. You are coming with some Nigerian look and you look G. And you are telling people we need to start dressing ourselves in corporate offices. You are being disruptive. Over time, your loudness becomes a brand and people start recognizing you. The reason why one person buys from you is because only that one person knows you, or only those few out of 10, 100, only that one person can make a deal. But now you have 10,000, 100,000 of people knowing you. That's why now you can have 100 people buying from you. We need to increase reach. Let's focus on building reach. Your X is reach, not not these other things, systems, and these systems comes when the sales are coming. That's when we say, hey, that guy is not delivering right. So we need 2 guys, or we need a system that tells them before wherever they are. That's when we can start solving those. But now we need to solve for sales.
Sales, okay, perfect. So, but then in terms of like removing myself or my business partner from the brand, being like in the front, how does one then manage that?
Then you get an influencer who represents your business and they are influential. You make them look and be face of the brand. And you can give them some couple of shares or you can pay them. Well, my advice in that, I think that we always downplay ourselves. We want to hide because corporate does not allow us to do these things, but it's all fear. No corporate fights you of selling things that they don't sell. I used to be doing this after hours when I was working at Pick n Pay. So I know it can be done. If you don't want to be a face, it means you have to pay someone or give them shares or something like that. Or you have to, but I feel like you are the person, you are the sent one, you are the one who's going to speak your problem, your solution in a way that you have invested 5 years and 6 years of investing on this thing. If you think an influencer who specializes in music will come and speak fashion like you, that's where you're not going to cut it. That's why those guys are faces. You have to be the face until you are sustainable enough to move out and have the brand running it for you. We can't afford marketing right now.
Mr. Banks, thank you
My
so
bro.
much.
Sure.
Mr. Banks, we have abused your time. Okay, I would like the follow the
I don't
following 2
mind. We
people
can
to
do 30
ask
minutes.
the 2 people must ask their question at the same time. So Ukakamba has written a question, so I'm sure you can read that up. Miriam, could you please also ask your question? That will be our closing questions for this evening. And hopefully everyone has Mr. Banks' contact details, because I know I'm going to be shut down now on YouTube now. So everyone who's on YouTube, I'm going to share the recording with Mr. Banks' details and how to book an appointment with him. I believe that he charges about 3,500 per session, but I'll confirm that on my email when I send that confirmation with you. I'm not sure, it's about 3,500, I think, per session.
100%.
So he's got, but we'll confirm that. Ladies and gentlemen, Miriam, you are next. Kakamba, Mr. Bank is gonna conclude with your question. Thank you.
Thank you, Kolela. Hi, Mr. Banks.
How are you?
Powerful presentation. I'm well. How are you?
Yes, thank you so much.
I think that it's gonna be very difficult getting hold of you soon, because
100%.
I can see
I
that
tell you, I'm rumbling different. That's why, I took time to build the structure. That's why my rise won't be the same. We going to different levels.
Yeah. So I just want to know, I manufacture cosmetics and home care, like things like diffusers and room sprays, but mostly cosmetics, skincare and hair care. So I heard you talk about that Pick n Pay project. I just want to know, how will we know once that project takes off? Because I'm interested in listing with them.
Okay, let me share my screen. You can go on. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
You can go on. I don't know what I'm doing. I want to go on.
We're seeing a desktop right now and your wonderful screen with mountains and rivers.
Okay, let me do this. So Pick n Pay has made an awareness here on their page. Also on Analytics X, we are making awareness on our pages, but I think it's best to follow Pick n Pay page. Let me see.
We see your mouse moving, but it's not moving anywhere in particular.
Oh, you don't see anything?
No.
Oh, share what? Let me see. Share.
Stop sharing and start sharing again. So you should share screen, not a window. Specific share screen.
Okay. I see. There's desktop, whiteboard. I'm not getting all of them here. But I thought desktop one would be the screen. You guys still don't see? Oh, it's asking me who can share.
We see your screensaver.
My screen say, oh, sorry then. Okay. I would say that I think because I'm not a host is because of that, because it's asking me all
no,
of.
no, you are a host, sir. Let me just
Okay.
see why you are not a host. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, you are a host.
Because I'm now on desktop. It's asking me desktop, Google. Okay, let me do this Google thing. Maybe it'll work.
Yes, coming up. Something is coming up.
What do you see?
And then it's still loading. Nothing showing on my end. I'm sure on other people is showing. I'm on load shedding.
Nothing's showing too.
Oh, I stopped sharing.
I don't know why it's doing that.
Maybe you can talk us through it and just maybe send me a link, then I can share it with everyone.
Yeah, so basically it's if you go to LinkedIn, you follow Pick and Pay, you will see that they are talking about Startup Garage, Pick and Pay Startup Garage. It's one of the, and I'm not seeing it here. I think they've been making a lot of posts now. Or you can follow Analytics X. Analytics X is also on YouTube, on LinkedIn and Instagram. Analytics X. When we go live, we're gonna be talking about this partnership and and follow the link to register and stuff. But we have already built the technology. We're just waiting for other government institutions to partner, and then we go live. But it's a done deal already, and Pick and Pay is already talking about it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. And
Oh,
also, yeah, sorry.
Yes, Miriam, you are the last one.
Oh, okay. So thank you for this platform. And first of all, I would like to congratulate you, Master Banks, for such wonderful achievement. I hope to see Spaza eat in Namibia as well. And yeah, so my question is that I am in the marketing and events space. I just recently started. So I'm stepping my foot into it. And I would like to know, my question to Master Banks is, I would like to know, how can I leverage artificial intelligence to make sure that my brand stays relevant or that I prosper in terms of the marketing and events space? So yeah, that's my question.
Marketing and events, what type of events do you do?
So I do corporate events. So my events, basically their objectives are always to help people connect with other people in various industries, and yeah, building connections and finding ways on how they can utilize these connections to scale.
Okay, so you invite somebody who speaks, and then people start attending because of that person. Oh, that's a good business. It's a good business, that one.
Thank you, sir. I hope to have you as one of my speakers probably.
All you need is what's the challenge there? Because all you need is an online ticket system. What do you need? Like, do you know what is missing? Is the brand name. It needs to be powerful. You need to build some powerful brand. And over time it can be there, but you have to call it something powerful. Because yesterday I was in this Ignite Summit. You guys don't know it, but the corporate people know it. That's how they connect. Which name can we create? What do you call your name of your events?
KY, marketing and events. So it's just KY. And then our tagline is create, connect, and scale. Hello?
Sorry, I was on mute. I don't know how I got to be on mute. Is this KY
Okay,
Marketing Events? Is this the name of your
KY
company?
Marketing. Yeah, and the tagline is create, connect, and scale.
So just connect me again. KY Marketing is the name of your company.
Yeah, KY marketing and events.
And events. There's no need for that event to be called KY marketing. Then your business can be KY marketing. It's your business. That's why you transact. But the event is not KY marketing. Well, what is the point of us doing this event? We need to name it there. Not KY marketing. KY marketing is your thing, it's your problem, and what you are solving personally with your business. But we need to go to people. This event that you're creating is a product. Your source of income is a product. What is the name of that product? Then now, when you go to market, you have to create a name that connects with everyone in that level. If you are doing an event for corporate people, what do corporate people want? What do they want? What do they talk about on a Friday? That's the name that you call your event. You don't have, it doesn't have to be difficult to sell. But if you call KY marketing, I promise you, you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle. Do you know why you struggle? It's like you're calling it back in the days when our uncles and whatever used to create companies and say, Justice Holdings. It does not have a direction. We do general everything, we do cleaning.
Yeah.
In Windhoek, what can you do that will make everybody connect with this one platform, which will make even South Africans travel from here and guys from Botswana to come to you?
Yeah.
I've got a guy here from Botswana who's working on our Botswana account. He always wants to be in Namibia. And we were in Namibia last year in December. But what else can we come there for? What do you create that makes these young professionals be in one place? You need to find a name that is powerful, disruptive, and makes people to be part of. Then one time, borrow money or something, get one of the nicest person who's known and respected, get them to be the face of that event. After that, the next one, you won't have to pay the same money. Then now you build, not these KYC things of you transacting. That's for you to push money and invoice. What KYC means nothing to me. KY marketing means know your customer to me. You need to give me a name. What summit? What global? Africa's, yes. Africa's innovative. You know what I mean? But I can come to KY. I want you to give me a name and I will be in that event. And you invite me, I come. But not to KY marketing. I'm sorry, because KY marketing does not add value to Mr. Banks. Mr. Banks wants to go to what global summit in Africa, in Namibia. Because when he says it's in the global summit in Namibia, everybody else who follows him, who's in UK, New York, they wants to know what is that about. I'm in Kenya on the 9th of September. That event is done by the guys from US. If I give you a name, you'll understand why that I'm going. It's because it's a powerful name. Let's do the same. Nothing is stopping you to call it even a global what. Nothing. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. That was
good luck and
insightful.
All the best with your money. Spend it wisely.
You.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am so humbled that you've honored it, our invitation to be part of this interactive masterclass this afternoon. Mr. Banks, as always, you've been so magnificent. Thank you for sharing your wisdom, insights, and just helping entrepreneurs across Africa and obviously other regions where we operate. And those who are on Facebook, I know we're still live there. Thank you so much for listening to us and engaging. And ladies and gentlemen, that's all from my end. And Mr. Bank, your closing remarks. Note before Mr. Banks comes in, you will all receive Mr. Banks' contact details. I believe, Mr. Banks, correct me, I think your sessions is 3,500, right?
Yes.
Yes.
100%.
So to book one-on-one with him is about 3,500, and you can obviously engage with him in terms of his schedule, but the recording will also be available on Monday, latest by Tuesday. It will also be available on his LinkedIn page. I will share it on his LinkedIn page as well, so that everybody who missed this session, because I think each and every entrepreneur actually needed to be here today. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Bye-bye. Mr. Banks, your closing remarks.
Nobody's going to come and help us and give us a blueprint, clear blueprint with a memorandum. Nobody's coming, but I'm here. I'm giving you a memorandum that if you don't follow it, there's no passing in those modules that you'll be doing. That's why people will remain basic survivalists, we remain small businesses, because how we build is not the best way to scale businesses. What I've shared with you today, it's a multi-million rand business model that will allow you to scale. So what I can ask is, go and apply these things from basic level. Start making money. As you make money, build systems. And as you build systems, get out of the business and start watching it from outside. That's how you scale. And get out of your region and thinking that South Africa is big enough. Small countries, a village. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great afternoon and good evening to those in India. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.